Well, good morning, Grace Life. We have big news for you today. I want to give you our official opening after having been closed now for 2+ months. We are going to officially open our church building on Sunday, May 31st. We will have 2 services, one at 9 a.m. and one at 10:30 a.m. I'm going to walk you through what you can expect on those days, or on that day, on May 31st. But before I say that, some of you I know you're itching to get back sooner. You'd like to come back even sooner than May 31. So what we're going to do is on May 17 and 24th, we're going to open the building up at 10:30 for the worship service. We will always continue our live streaming, but for those of you who are interested and want to come back sooner, May 17th and 24th at 10:30. May 31 is our official opening, where we'll have 2 services at 9 and 10:30 a.m. Now, a lot of details to cover, and all this is written in the document that you received via email, but I just want to cover some of those. So, number 1, there will be no children's ministries for a while. And I don't know when those will come back into place, but there will be no nursery, there will be no childcare. So when you arrive on the Sunday that you come, there will be people here to greet you, and all of the volunteers will have masks. Well, we're asking our volunteers to wear masks. We're recommending for folks to wear masks, but certainly it's not a requirement. You can do what you feel is best. When folks come in, we have a touchless thermometers that will be able to check people's temperatures, and so just to make sure of safety for everybody. And then you'll be ushered into the auditorium. And so whether you come on May 31st or you come on May 17th, all of these protocols will be in place. There will be hand sanitizing stations available if you like. And we're going to walk into the auditorium, and I'll show you what to expect here when you come in. Basically, everyone's going to be sitting, being separated by 1 row. And so we'll show you this here. So an usher will bring you in and seat you, and we're going to keep 3 chairs in between family units. And so they may seat, so for instance, on the 9 a.m. service, we'll use rows B, D, and F. And then for the 10:30 service, we'll use rows A, C, and E. And so if you can sit together as a family, we'll keep 3 chairs in between each family unit. If you come with your roommate, certainly you can sit with them. That's not a problem. But we just wanted to, we're going to maintain the strict social distancing. You know, we want to be good citizens, as Romans 13 teaches us, to honor those who are in authority. And we recognize that if we aren't careful here, that we could be in this cycle again of the quarantining. And so we want to do our part in the community to the health and safety of everybody. We are going to ask that kind of greet each other with maybe an air high five, no handshaking, no hugging, anything like that. And then for those of us who have children, if you can just keep them with you. And we certainly understand that's a challenge with children. And we pray and hope that this is just tentative and not permanent by any stretch of the imagination, but we're going to abide by these guidelines until our government instructs us otherwise. I want to say this in conclusion. We have, from the very beginning, we have attempted to follow the CDC guidelines, the recommendations from them, from our state and local government, and we're going to continue to do so. We also understand this, that everybody is at a different spot as to when they should return. And I want to speak to us as a church family just and say this to us, that we're going to need to give each other some space. And I don't mean by that physical space, but every family is going to have to make decisions that is best for them on this, as far as when they come back, when they kind of re-enter into the body life. And that may be they have a grandparent or a parent who has underlying conditions that if they were to contract the COVID, that would be very serious and debilitating and maybe even deadly. And so when we come back, whether you come back on May 17th or you come back on May 31st at the 9 a.m. or the 10:30 service, or maybe you and your family decide for whatever reason that you're going to just kind of wait through the month of June, wherever you are in that, we want you to take the pace, come back at a pace that is good and healthy for you and your family. And so we need to give each other the space to make those decisions and recognize this is not a sign of loyalty and love to Jesus, that this is a conscious decision. And I think Romans 13 allows that space for us as individual Christians to be kind to one another. In the very beginning, we said, we're in this together. And we meant that. But as we come now to kind of as the country and the state is reopening, because of differences of opinion, it could very easily allow us to become fractured. And I just want to challenge you as your pastor to maintain a spirit of graciousness and love towards those who maybe don't see things the way you do. And we'll take it easy and take it slow as we re-enter. And so we look forward to being back together on May 31st, 9 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. And then for those of you who'd like to come back a little bit sooner, we will open the building on May 17th and 24th, but just for one service at the 10:30 time. Okay? I'm sure there'll be many questions. We'll try to answer as many as we can before that time. At Grace Life, love you. I can't wait to be back together and to hearing your voices sing and to see this room filled again. Have a great week.